What if everything you believe is impossible is only waiting for you to try one more time? Slow cinematic music rises, soft but intense. A black screen fades into a silhouette of Muhammad Ali jogging in the early morning hours. There are people in this world who don't just challenge limits, they redefine them. They don't just dream, they build entire realities out of those dreams. And among those rare giants, one name stands above the rest: Muhammad Ali, the fighter, the poet, the rebel, the legend. And the man who declared to the world, impossible is temporary, impossible is nothing. This is not just a quote, this is not just motivation, this is the truth of every great human story ever told. The birth of a giant. Before he was Muhammad Ali, before he shook the world, before his words echoed across generations, he was just Cassius Marcellus Clay, a young kid from Louisville, Kentucky, a bike stolen, a dream born, a fire lit. When he walked into a boxing gym at 12 years old, no one pointed at him and said, that boy will become the greatest fighter of all time. No, they didn't see the future, but Ali did. The world saw limits. Ali saw possibilities. The world saw obstacles. Ali saw opportunities. The world said, you can't, you won't, you shouldn't. Ali said, watch me. Failure is part of the greatness formula. People forget this part. They think Ali came out of the womb winning, but he didn't. He suffered losses. He made mistakes. He fell. He struggled. He was human. But that's what made him unstoppable, because every time he fell, he rose sharper, smarter, hungrier. Ali understood something most people never learn. Failure isn't permanent, but giving up is. Impossible only becomes permanent when you stop fighting. The Olympic flame, 1960, the Rome Olympics. Young, confident, unknown. People doubted him. Commentators mocked his style. Some journalists said he was too wild, but Ali didn't listen, because he never let the world define his ability. And when he returned home with a gold medal around his neck, he wasn't just a champion, he was a signal, a sign, a message. A storm was coming, a storm named Muhammad Ali. Impossible is a lie. Ali once said, impossible is a big word thrown around by small men. And he lived that truth every day. He didn't accept limits. He didn't accept fear. He didn't accept doubt. His talent wasn't just in his fists. It was in his mind. He believed he could win long before he stepped into the ring. Not because he was arrogant, but because he prepared so much that doubt had no space left inside him. He wasn't bragging. He was predicting. He was carving destiny with words sharpened by discipline. The world against him. Then came the darkest chapter. The Vietnam War. The draft. The controversy. The government demanded he fight. He refused. He lost his title. He lost his license. He lost his income. He lost his reputation. He was banned from the sport he had mastered. For most people, that would have been the end, the final chapter. But not for Ali. He said, I have nothing to lose by standing for my beliefs. Impossible didn't scare him. The consequences didn't break him. The pressure didn't silence him. He walked through fire with a steady voice. The comeback of the century. Years later, Ali returned to the ring. Older, slower, changed. Experts said he couldn't do it. Doctors said he shouldn't do it. Fans feared he wouldn't make it. But Ali didn't care. He didn't come back to survive. He came back to conquer, which brings us to one of the greatest nights in sports history. The Rumble in the Jungle. Kinshasa, Zaire, 1974. The air heavy, the crowd roaring, the world watching. George Foreman, a monster, undefeated, powerful, untouchable. Ali, the underdog, the old lion, counted out by everyone. But Ali had a plan, a vision, a belief. He leaned on the ropes, he absorbed the blows, he waited. And then The moment, with precision, with timing, with mastery. He struck, Foreman fell, and in that moment, the earth stood still. Impossible died in Africa that night. Why Ali believed impossible is nothing to most people. Impossible means stop. To Ali, impossible meant start. It meant try again, push harder, go further, refuse limits, refuse fear, refuse excuses. He didn't see the world as it was. He saw the world as it could be. That is why he was a champion long before he wore the belt. Because champions are not made in the ring. They are made in their minds. What this quote means for you. You're not watching this video by accident. There are dreams you haven't started, goals you've delayed, battles you've avoided, not because you can't, but because you think you can't. Ali's message is for you. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. The things blocking your path might be fear, failure, lack of confidence, lack of support, circumstances, environment, but none of these are permanent. You are not stuck. You are not weak. You are not hopeless. You are becoming. You are changing, growing, learning, sharpening. And the moment you stop believing in limits, limits stop controlling you. The legend lives forever, even after he retired, even after illness took his strength, his voice, his body, his spirit never broke. People looked at him and felt hope. They saw resilience. They saw courage. Ali taught us, a weak body doesn't mean a weak soul. A trembling hand doesn't mean a trembling heart. He showed the world what true greatness looks like, not perfection, but persistence, not invincibility, but belief. Final message. So the next time someone tells you your dream is impossible, the next time you feel like quitting, the next time the world tries to convince you that you are not enough, remember the words of the man who shook the world. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. Your story isn't over. Your fight isn't finished. Your power isn't gone. Stand up, push forward, break limits, defy expectations, because impossible is only the beginning.